you want to let the people know?
Oh
you
yeah, of
fighting
course.
for?
You know, shout out to Bash. Shout out to Logical.
Yo.
No
You
more
two
beef.
done beefing finally? I'm happy for you. I'm happy to hear that.
Holy,
Yeah, beef is long gone.
Yo.
they're vegans now.
I wouldn't say that.
All right, only vegetarians for now.
But we overthrow sometimes, you know.
True. We lost a bunch of overthrow games earlier in the morning today.
That was on me. Wait, did we get carried by some witch doctor?
Oh, it's true. We did get carried by the 40 kill witch doctor.
That guy had 40 kills on the doctor.
Shout out to that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crypt doctor. You know how it is. Any other question? Logical thoughts on my mid, man. What did I play game 1? Zeus.
I didn't watch game 1, but game 2 I'm pretty sure you played better than I did. So
Played on the
well played.
Stratman. This
I
Zeus
think.
Spectre.
Yeah.
I heard you guys bullied.
DKMP should not pick puck. Okay, DKMP, stick to the spirits, man.
Words.
It's not even man, you just gotta realize your potential. Like me, I'm never playing a spirit in my life. My spirits are trash. So
I'm not Rock Spirit.
I'm never touching the spirit in my life. You know, that's how it is. You just gotta know your potential. Some people are not puck players. The only puck player in this league is Brizziar. Everyone else
Wannabes.
wanna be breezers.
Those are fighting words, man. I hope you're prepped to face every single puck from here on out.
Shit, man, that shit's getting banned. If someone's a puck player, we're banning that shit.
So you're only banning it against Freeziar then, right?
Yep, that's I think pretty sure. So we did. So any other questions, guys? What's up here?
Yeah, thoughts on Kobe, just as a person, not about his gameplay.
Ooh, yeah, this guy is a great person. Whenever he dedicates his time to something, you know, he's dedicated. There's something called PoE. I don't think this guy's touched Dota in like 3 weeks, prepping for the PoE league. So yeah, he comes in, buys Orchid on Wyvern. I don't know. He just does his thing.
Orchid Eggs, that's the build.
That's
I'll
the
do it
build,
next time.
guys. Oh, I forgot some shout outs. Shout out to Near and shout out to Pattern. Yep. I heard Pattern is standing in for Sev.
Looks like it.
Pretty good standing.
Yeah, Pattern's a goat. Confirm logical?
Yep.
Yeah.
Confirm.
We'll swap ties, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Shout out to Karan, man. He's going through a rough one right now, actually. Let's go, Karan.
Let's go, Karan.
Go Karan.
Alright. What do we play next?
What about Karan?
Just shout out to Karan, man.
I think we play Whole City.
We play Whole City?
Yes.
That's a scary one, man. Those guys are like the high ground kings or something.
Oh, they beat the Karan team, so if it wasn't them, it was Karan.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
And by the way, who's joining me for the next series cast that's happening right now? Anybody joining me? Anybody?
Yeah, it's still bright outside, Badger. I'm gonna go outside. Maybe play some pubs.
It's still bright outside?
It's dark here, dude.
It's dark here also.
Hey man, isn't it like 2 p.m. where you are for play?
I'm in Hawaii. Actually, I'm not. That's why you see the difference between my performance like previous series and now. I'm at a PC. So
yeah, I still counted 1 pause this game, man. What was that about?
I spilled some coffee.
What can you do?
You did it at quite the time.
I mean, that's not. I didn't. Why would he even go? Why would he even attempt that?
He killed the TA.
I mean,
yeah,
that's on TA. He would have lived.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I didn't elaborate on it, but yeah, he like killed him. So he just didn't. He decided he wasn't living, and so he hit the Mars.
Yeah. That's not on me. But yeah, you know, it feels good to play with the squad. Keita's finally alive. So our drafting potential is actually insane. We actually just play it all now. We were thinking going mid beast against Ember, but then I forgot corrosion exists, so we didn't do it. What else? We were gonna go mid Phoenix if this guy played Storm. So yeah.
Powerful. I thought you were gonna mid coddle. Whip out your old man.
Yeah, I don't play Coddle either. So We're testing the waters with some mid TB at the moment. Where KU plays mid, because I really hate this lane.
I actually suggest you're gonna go mid drow and whip it out this game, but
Yeah, that hero's
can't farm Arcana progress.
that hero's in the works. So we were thinking about Lone Druid, thinking about Weaver. Yeah, maybe Lesh. Some Tusk mid I was thinking about. Thinking about Monkey, but this guy is a 30 Ember, so I just assumed that he knew how to play the matchup way better than me. So you know how it is.
Can't believe like
Yeah.
you're giving all this free drafting advice to anyone who watched the VOD, guys. Don't
Sure.
ban any of these heroes, guys.
Yeah, we were thinking about mid Ench as well, but then they stole Ench. Yeah, and I think lastly we're thinking about Nyx. So, you know, any question about the heroes? Logical. I think they're pretty solid heroes. Yeah.
I think they're pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you about some of those.
Yeah, you told me about the Tusk and the Ench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-range is good.
And
Arcana.
DK. I like the persona, so I'm trying to play DK.
Octarine
That's
Core.
good.
No, I'm trying to buy Ags, and then
Oh,
meta.
okay.
Yeah, you know the strat.
Oh, that's some down stuff.
Yeah. So looks fun. I did it in an overthrow game. Felt really good.
Ags Manta.
Yeah, I did it.
We lost that game, man. No, we didn't
Yeah,
actually. Wrong.
that sounds-
Jack
by
picked
Manta-
DK against us.
Like Manta in an overthrow game sounds psychotic.
I mean, it was the one that everybody left. You know.
What weren't you Octarine Core E-Blade?
Yeah. Then I bought a Ags Manta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to Manta dodge this guy's coils, but he never coiled me. I think. Or he did once, and I couldn't tell because my model was too big.
Reminds me of game 1, man. Never coiled in your life.
Come on, man. That's fucked up.
Sorry.
You're just a caster, man. You're not the player.
That's true.
Have some respect.
No,
That's
man,
what
we
I
were
like about
talking-
Badger's casting. Badger doesn't flame the players.
We were talking about it, man. We were
Good
saying
shit,
that
Badgers.
casts are turned into tri-casts. You have one shoutcaster, one analyst, and one good player. It's a good thing that Logical's the analyst and Badger's the shoutcaster.
My response is which of the three are you? And apparently you designate yourself the good player.
Yeah. I've bet Logical on land before. I could take him in a fight.
You said, oh, you met me on land. Yeah.
Good times.
Any other questions, guys?
How's it feel being the uncontested GOAT?
Shit, man. You know, from roll swap to here. Roll swap was the best team in the world. No one tried it after us. I don't know, it's been like 3 seasons or something, 2 seasons.
I believe it's been 3 now, yeah.
Yeah, no one tried it. I think next time we were trying item swap, but we deemed that it might be a bit too hard.
What's item swap like? Someone like you just like.
We buy each other's items. So if you're like Void Spirit and we have like a TB, the TB would buy you like Ags and shit, you know, and the Void Spirit would buy Manta Scotty.
Sounds absolutely absurd.
It sounds like you can do that with like 2 players, but like 5 players. Eh,
I mean, roll swap ended up being 3 players.
that's true.
So
That's
I mean,
so toxic, man.
Okay.
what do you mean,
Who was your 5 player after your original 5 left?
Ravioli?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's some diss on Ravioli and Jinx.
No, Jinx left.
No, Jinx
that's
didn't leave,
true.
did he?
Yeah.
Jinx
This guy's a
left
fake-
all teams that season, actually.
Fake roll swap fan. He doesn't remember the lore.
Jinx left. I've tried really hard to convince Jinx to stay because I was in it for the. I was in
long
it for the
haul.
biscuit, yeah. But Jinx, after a few tries, Jinx said he wants to leave. It's for the best. He had some stuff going on as well.
Yeah, he left my team that season as well in the Forsaken League.
Yeah, so. And then we got Ravioli, and then, I mean, I'm pretty sure we roast up the subs. Just the subs, though. Like, they would play 4 or 5. But I think most of the time Ravioli would get 5, luckily. It's a 50-50 chance, you know how math works.
Yeah.
So,
There is a Lyra series going on right now, by the way. This is it's a cool game going on.
Jay got Vengeful Spirit, right?
Yeah, he's playing Venge.
Yeah, Jay actually
He's an
gained.
Aether Lens.
He gained like 1200 MMR spamming Venge recently.
Based. What bad
It's
is he
not
then?
1200, but it was still like quite a lot.
It's like 1500 on
Alright.
the account.
I'm out, guys. Good luck in the next
Good
cast
games,
with this
man.
casting.
Thanks
I'm
for
out.
what?
Peace.
Thank you.
I've got a feeling everyone's about to leave, but I'm hoping somebody stays with me.
I got classes to start tomorrow.
Already? Man, it's August 21st. How is it already? I guess it's I guess it's college.
Yeah.
My pay rate's on below than what I get for casting 2 games. You know how it is. 1 series is good. 2 series, I better get like a coffee or something.
It's just an endurance test right now. And I was doing it the other night. I did a back-to-back series just to do the endurance test, and it went pretty alright. Got a little bit sloppy towards the 4th game, but I'm ready to go tonight. So let's got 2 lads BO3s. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong.
You got this, Badger. I believe in you.
Just to confirm,
cast,
both
everyone.
of you are leaving?
Yep.
Alright then, we'll start with Jork. You got any final words? Call out, shout, say the people, legal ads, and twitch.tv/Badger Pablo?
Yeah, I'm back. It's time.
Magnus buff's coming in, Jork's returning?
Nah, the land reinvigorated me. Just the essence of meeting logical. Sharing a couple memories with the bros. Unforgettable, man.
Understandable. And then, of course, we'll move to Logical. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Do you have any final words, call out, shout, say to the people?
It's unfortunate that team that we're playing against needed 10 minutes in between games. Would have liked to be there for game 1, but always a pleasure.
To be fair, 10 minutes would not have gotten you there in time, but it would have made it closer. A little bit closer, I think. If memory serves, it was like 3 minutes into game 2 when the first game was being launched in the lobby, so that would have been not close enough, but what can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to both of you for coming on. Jinx is dead, by the way. R.I.P. Jinx.
I saw that one. That was
Rest in
close.
peace.
I guess I'm going to leave you guys then, because you guys are still chatting, so I guess I'm going to go and screw off. Thanks to both of you for casting. Have a great night, Bliss.
Peace out as well,
Later.
yeah.
Okay, it's just me now. Welcome to the Badger cast for series number 2, game number 1 between Team Bloosher Revamped and Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. This is the last remaining winners bracket series, I think. So once the series is done, we will have all our teams sent to losers. That needs to be sent to losers for the losers series. So that'll be fun. I'm going to try to get in the lobby for game number 2. I'm going to message Yeti right now, actually. I'm going to message Yeti. Tell him to make sure I can get in the lobby for game 2. See, yeah.
Target practice, paying off.
Now, I've messaged Ice Yeti, telling him to wait for me for game 2. So I should be in live for game 2. But for the time being, we are chilling. Right now, we haven't really been talking too much about the game so far. Mostly just chilling with the interview and chilling with the post-cast chat for about 10 minutes. But they all have stuff to do, and I am an absolutely crazy individual, so I am not done yet. We do have, I believe that is Nephilim disconnected right now. Yeah, that is Nephilim disconnected. He is being run at by Bunions, but I don't believe he dies here. He is in a relatively bad position. There is an Infernal Blade available on Bunions. Jay can start to walk over Papa Wave of Terror and Magic Missile combination. I don't think Nephilim... Yeah, Nephilim did not hit the Doombringer, so he will not trigger the Ice Armor. So that will be, I guess one way for him to start walking, like, maybe start walking away. If Jay chases, maybe go for some kind of spell play, but if not, you just run on up north into the east and then just dodge. The one concern is Ultra Gunner might just die as well. He does have 11 wand charges, though, so I'm sure he can just wand up, have about, what is it, around 900 HP at that point, and be fine. We are getting some pauses, so we are going to, at some point, get a resumption to our series. And then once that happens, we are good to go. Hello, whole city. I'll just put a hello in the chat because we are paused, and I've got nothing better to do until we are no longer paused. I am interested to see where Pistia goes with this sniper item build. We have been seeing a number of snipers in lads recently. I know Breezy R has played it multiple times in the last few days. I'm actually curious exactly what Breezy R bought. I know he prioritized a lot of stat items and concussive grenade as like his mid items, but I don't remember the exact build. I think he had a Mask of Madness included as well, but it's been a while since I casted the Breezy R sniper games. He played 2 of them, so yeah. Land Season 10, Polar Ass v Riley Feed. Yeah, Breezy R went Dragonlance and Concussive Grenade as early items in both of his sniper games, it appears. Correction, he went Dragonlance first one game, I think with Mask of Madness, and disassembled the mask later. So he's a Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, Concussive Grenade type player into Silver Edge. Pistia has Mask of Madness in the quick buy right now, so maybe we'll see similar. Maybe we'll see a similar build. His treads right now, so once again, very standard affair on the sniper. I believe college is starting already. It's the 22nd of August tomorrow, and college is already starting. Top lane, Ultra Gunner did time walk in, but with DP rotation from Agile, knowing there's a T1 tower right there, Dire will back off, forcing a TP and walking away. We're seeing circles drawn mid lane by Jinx. Perhaps Jinx wants to go and make some action happen on the sniper. Of course, sniper is the best kill you can get on the map, though. The the Chaos Knight is not much worse. Though CK is a lot tankier, has Phantasm, has a lot of wand shards, and of course, is a strength hero, so you would rather go on the sniper, ideally. Current game state is a farm fest, though. Jinx, again, is wrapping around. I don't think he has vision on the CK, but mid lane, Radiant have vision on the Oracle. The Sniper and Doom combines to kill the Oracle in the river. And Pistia is hitting Pattern. Pattern, he has a face shift, she's dead! So, we do have Pattern standing in tonight. Pattern is standing in for Sev mid lane. I know there's a little bit of controversy involving the stand-in situation, but the admins, myself included, approved that stand-in, so ended up working out there. In the Radiant side jungle, tossed up on Yeti, but he'll rift in the Tiny. Filski's on over, but he actually is relatively low on mana. Can Wand and Scythe, looking for Agile. But again, Agile is a little bit too fast. He juked him out in the tree. Over to top lane, Venge is being run down by Ultra Gunner. Chronosphere committed. Doom is nearby. He'll attempt to tornado, but that will not save the Venge. Back to bottom. Filski will die to assassinate, I think. It's close. Raindrop saves him, and a pause again. That disconnection from Oracle. So as it currently stands, there's a Chaos Bolt on the way towards Filski. What is the minimum possible damage? So the minimum possible damage after resistance will be, I think it's like 45, yeah? So technically it's not guaranteed to kill. But I'm sure Yeti will dive wholeheartedly for this kill. Problem is, okay, that's a slow TP on Tiny. That's a 5-second TP, so I don't think Filski survives for 2 point. She would have to be more like 3 seconds, because once again, 2.2 seconds in the TP, into turning around towards the CK. He's currently turned to the south side, he's turned to the northwest, and in the avalanche animation, I don't think Filski can survive this. However, there is a chance that they can avenge the Necrophos. There is a puck on the rendezvous from the west side going up the river. He has Orb, 3 points, Rift, 2 points, and a Coil ready to go. I actually do want to point out, though, the level disparity and the net worth disparity in this mid lane while we're here. Pistia is level 9 right now. He's 4-0. Pattern is 0-1-1. He is level 6. So Pistia apparently just absolutely owning right now. He hasn't been necessarily soul-killing pattern repeatedly, but he's been owning the lane. Back to the game. Chaos Ball on the way, and Filski will not die immediately! The damage was not enough. He did not roll favorably. The maximum damage would have, I believe, barely killed the Necro. But he did not roll maximum. He rolled low on the damage. Therefore, the Necrophos gets away. And yet he did not want to throw away his lead. He knows he is strong. He does not want to die to kill Filski. So that's a fairly anticlimactic end to our engagement, but what can you do sometimes? Best entry in range of the ward? Oh, it's barely not in range of the ward. That's a what can you do right there. And you can even see Jinx put the sentry down looking for this ward. He walked up to the high ground. Did not find it. Pishy recognizes, wait a minute, this guy wants to de-ward my ward. I'm just going to deny it. I'm not quite sure it would have died, but again, Pishy plays it safe, does not want to give the gold over to Tiny, does not want to accelerate his Blink Dagger timing, and Jinx is he's about a Blink Dagger away from Blink Dagger, so of course he is not even remotely close. He's full 2,000 gold away still, so not great progress quite yet, but what can you do? Let's see here. Let's see here. What do we have right now? What do we need? Wait, we're just missing... Oh, yep, we have lost the Oracle. We have another pause. We have 3 XDs. Correction, 2 XDs and a DX in the chat. Teams. Currently not happy. Currently upset. I believe Filski wanted the series to end fast tonight. The series was initially scheduled for 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It got moved to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, presumably to end the series earlier. However, we are currently at 8:35 p.m., 35 minutes past the scheduled start time. We are 10 minutes into the game. Therefore, the draft and associated stuff takes about, we'll say 15 minutes on the high end, which means we're already at 10 minutes of lobby delays plus pauses. If the draft went fast, you can maybe even go up to 15 minutes of lobby delays plus pauses. And again, when you're talking amateur Dota 2, you have to assume, 5 minutes of lobby delay, but still, the pauses, what can you do? If you were curious, I am going to be saying what can you do about every 3.5 to 4 minutes on that minute mark for the rest of the cast. If you do not enjoy WCYD, then I apologize. And I am aware that saying the letters is actually, I believe, more syllables than the full enunciation, but sometimes you gotta mix it up. You gotta throw them a curveball, throw them off guard, because when you get into a pause, usually it's not too bad, but that's the one problem. Gosh, there's a lot of problems, but I think the biggest problem with solo casting is sometimes stuff isn't happening. And when stuff isn't happening, usually you have to kind of prompt yourself to say more words. And when there's, visual and audio stimuli on your screen, you could say, oh man, they're moving here, they're buying this, they're doing that. But currently there's none of that because we are currently paused. And because we are paused, stuff is not progressing. The game state is where it is. I can tell you that the Doombringer's not buying a Midas. Right? It's not in the courier, is it? Yeah, it's not in the courier. That's an Urn in the courier. Therefore, he is not going to buy a Midas. He's going Blink into BKB, a very selfless item. Seems like the J item build will be like an Aether Lens into Shard, into Aghanim Scepter, perhaps. I'd be very shocked if he didn't go for the Shard, given he has the Aether Lens for a longer range 2-man magic missile stun. We see Dazzle. He is poor, but again, he is Dazzle. He doesn't need items. He has a tome on the way to him, so he will hit, I think he might hit 6 from that tome. It'll be close. Regardless, he will get a lot of XP from that one. Agile is asking Filski to play Hearthstone. I wish I was in the lobby right now so I can ask what format they're about to play, Are they playing Standard? Are they playing Wild? Are they playing Classic? It's just hard to tell. But alas, nobody hears me. Dota tells me. Which is not true, by the way. There are upwards of 20 viewers hearing my dumbass voice on Twitch right now, but it means in Dota. There's nobody in Dota who hears me. I wish Pistia had items in his click buy right now, because that is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what Pistia's buying, but I can't. I can speculate, but again, Pistia is like 3k MR higher than me, maybe. Maybe only 2.5k higher than me, but again, that's a lot of MR. He's better at Dota than me, so it's hard to speculate exactly what he's going to buy. Again, I brought up the Breezy ER item builds earlier, where he went Dragonlance, Mask of Madness, and Concussive Grenade, and I think that could work if the reaction times are truly on point. Problem is, it's hard to Concussive Grenade out of a lot of these dire things. You know, you can't really get out of Chronosphere that way. If you're caught in the Avalanche, it's hard to get out. Caught in the Coil, you can't really get out either. So, wouldn't be too shocked if instead of going for that that Concussive Grenade, he goes like Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, disassemble for BKB. And that would be a very conservative, but very, very good item build. A very effective item build that allows him to not die to like 4 of these heroes. Obviously, Void to an extent still would be a problem via that BKB piercing Chronosphere, but you know, most of the damage and most of the lockdown is stopped by a BKB, so it would make a lot of sense. Maybe after BKB you can go like, you know, Satanic Butterfly or something, I don't know. But that's up to Pistia, not up to me. I am not playing the, oh, we're resuming the game! There's an oracle in my video game! We can resume the game! Isn't that great? I love that we're back. We are resuming again. There are G's in my Dota chat, which is cool. We get to, see a 2-man smoke from Pattern and Jinx. Pattern has a haste rune and coil, but again, he still has no phase shift. They have a ward on the dire side and Radiant side jungle from the dire side observer ward, spotting Ice Yeti. They want this kill on CK, but look at the Radiant Vision. They see a lot of heroes missing. They know something's up. Filsky is running bottom lane, looking to run towards CK, at the very least hit this T1 tower. The siege unit is active right now. Ice Yeti, he is chilling. He is waiting. Patiently, one might say. Patience from Ice Yeti. And he will not, there's a scan, and they know he's left. What a good TP from Ice Yeti. He will escape the danger. Therefore, we will be seeing a likely tower trade. Dire will certainly get this bottom T1 tower, and Radiant are working on the top T1 tower. Nephilim will stand his ground, has false promise, looking to root up buying onions. Avalanche is off the mark from Jinx and Jay. Again, has a stun on the Oracle. Closer, it's on 3 here, but the this connection, what can you fucking do? You know, I was in a good mood to cast like 8 minutes ago. I'm still in a good mood. Mostly because I just love casting and I love lads, but this is it's killing me. See, I'm seeing already some what can you do's in my chat, and we're gonna need some more what can you do's here, because this is a situation where like right now, they're on the last pause. The chat right now is looking at my. I have the setup on my other stream. I'm watching the stream, and I'm seeing the other pause, and they're seeing the reconnection right now. They're seeing G's in the chat, and they're optimistic, like I was 2 minutes ago. But little do they know, there's gonna be another pause, and then we're gonna again be paused. I mean, there's a Chronosphere on 3. There's not that much damage to throw in there yet. Oh, we're back. Pattern again has his full arsenal of spells ready to go. Can coil on 3 on top of this. Orb, no jaunt 3, coil. Perfectly on 3. Void is doomed, but Radiants are beginning to die. Buff will save alternate. Seth comes in to kill Jay. In comes CK. Stunning Oracle. Oracle is dead. Now 2 for 1 in Dire's favor. Yeti is beginning to back off. He's being slowed by Filsky. Filsky has no sight. He will back off. Dire win the fight. Largely on back of a massive 3-man Chronosphere from Ultra Gunner. And that is the end of our fight. I just realized the stream has a 2-minute delay right now. Even though I'm watching from Dota TV. which means technically I don't need the delay anymore, but I am hoping to get into the lobby for Game 2. Top by the way, Necro was swapped in by Jay. There is no scythe I was trying to say. Words mixed up. Ultra timeouts in dilating through heroes. But Filski again is brought down by Magic Missile. Ultra will stand his ground as time lapse in 5 seconds. In comes Roof Nephilim into a 3-man avalanche from Jinx. Jay is barely alive, but they will focus on the big target. They have killed the Ice Yeti Chaos Knight. So again, that is a core-for-core trade. Both of the bottom lane farming cores have perished. And that will be a death on some heroes. And again, the action is top lane. Piston rotates in. Dire are aware of that on the Observer Ward. Therefore, it's a time walk away. Ultra TP's bottom lane, away from the sniper. They don't want to be where Sniper is. So they have backed the hell off. Where was I? Mid lane. Puck and CK again are there. Pattern has now skill Fade Shift, so we can dodge these very dodgeable projectiles. Pattern is looking for the Witchblade, but he is very poor right now, so he is not quite at the Witchblade. He will have it in about 150 more gold, so we will be back to our Puck accelerating his game in the near future. Wouldn't be too shocked if it is a Witchblade into Blink build this game rather than going for the BOTs. I think if Pattern's having a better game, he can go for the BOTs, but again, you need somebody to start a fight, and that's going to be between the Puck and the Avalanche. On paper, you can lead up the Chronosphere, but until Ultra Gunner has the Aghanim Shard, I don't see him starting any fights on his own, and even then, it's a lot more ideal for him to get that secondary initiation from the Void. As we saw in that last top lane fight where Radiants get caught in a scuffle, group together, lapse of judgment in the middle of the heat of the battle, and then you chrono on 3. That's what Ultra ideally wants to do in these fights, rather than the raw walk-up, time-lapse chrono, maybe 1 to 2 heroes. So, I digress. Both teams are smoking a couple of heroes. Radiant Smoke has broken. The Dire Smoke is on Puck and Oracle. Avalanche will hit on Jinx, thanks to... Avalanche had a Jinx after he was swapped in by Jay. We're seeing a Chrono on, but it's one good target. Sniper, the target. Sniper, low, not quite dead yet, but he... Oh, he's graved! A perfectly timed grave from Agile! He's trying to man fight regardless, but Radiant are dying on 2 heroes. Sniper and Dazzle both dead. Dire move to Jay, and Jay is also dead. 3 down. Dire are running towards Bunions. Orb through by Pattern. The jaunt in. Doom was attempted, but not completed. The animation cancelled by the waning rift silence of Pattern. That is a 4-for-1 route in favor of 4-for-2 route in favor of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. It cost him a buyback on Jinx, delaying his Blink Dagger technically, but it was well worth it. You got a lot out of that fight. And you look at some tower damage on top of that. This top G1 is being sieged. That's just done from Jay. So Jay opting for a Blink Dagger, not an Aghanim Shard. I am moderately surprised by that one, but we are seeing a Chaos Bolt on Necrophos before that. Phantasm plus Magic Missile into... Filski is sacrificed. We saw Jinx potentially thinking about joining his teammate, but instead of helping his teammate, he said, you know what? I do not want to join my teammate in the grave. I will back off. I will not die. We will let him die. And we will only lose one. So a good decision to not die on Jinx, I suppose, but that does mean that Radiant will counter siege towers in the top lane. Their own T1 is dead, and they want to avenge their T1 by killing the opposing T1. However, mid lane, CK is fine, it appears. Puck and Oracle were poking around, but did not get the kill on CK. He's just too tanky, it appears. Back to top lane, back to our friend, the T1 tower. He's dead. He's very dead, actually. What can you do? There is a haste rune on Pattern, but again, he is not running in the direction of these Radiant heroes. There are circles vigorously being drawn. Dire actually had this ward. It didn't spot everyone, but again, Jinx like, hey, guys, they're right here on my screen. please do not be there. Please farm elsewhere. And because, you know, all of these Radiant heroes were in this area, Dire farmed a lot more of the map in the last minute than the Radiant have. What was a very minor Radiant lead is turned into a very minor Dire lead. And that's where we're at right now, is, you know, relatively even game state. It's either team's game to lose right now, where, you know, we still have not decided who's in the lead yet. If I had to favor either team, I would give a slight favoring to Dire right now. But again, neither are in a significantly massive lead. Both of them can make, you know, big team fight, big maneuver, big Roshan take, or so on. Mid lane, Jay the target. Chronosphere committed. And Venge will get annihilated. The kill goes to Ultra Gunner. And again, Dire want a T1 tower. Pistia is the primary defender. Dire see Sniper under their ward. And through the right clicks and shrapnels. The tower will not get denied. It dies to Ultra Gunner. Meanwhile, CK and Dazzle get a kill on Jinx in the dark side jungle. But back to mid lane. Pistia is looking to fight. Running towards Nephilim. Shrapnel. Assassinate on the way. Oracle will dodge damage via the Fate's Edicts. And that will be the end of our fight, unless Bunyan just walks in with a Blink Dagger. Or maybe Dire go on him instead. Ultra, Pattern, Engage, Coil only on one, and they certainly will annihilate the Dazzle. Sight even committed. It's another stack there for Filsky. But Ice City kills Pattern. I believe Bishop is still on cooldown. Now it's Filsky, swapped in. He's under False Promise, but Radiant are hitting the Necrophos. Bunyan's blinks in, Hoofstop online. False Promise ends, as does the life of the Necrophos. Dire lose 3, including 2 cores, the Necro and the Puck. And still, Tiny doesn't have Blink either, so this is some rough deaths there. You're delaying the Blink on Jinx in these 2 cores. They're dying. For Filsky, it's not a big deal because he's rich. But Pattern is not. Pattern is very poor. Mid lane. T1 tower. Under attack. We're seeing heads being poked into the Dire jungle. But again, the Dire jungle will be A-okay. Except for that Satyr. That Satyr is dead. Mid T1 has now fallen. Radiants are Roshan. It's not the fastest Roshan in the world, but it's fast enough. Like, there's no Ursa, there's no TA, for example, but this is certainly fast enough. Sniper and CK do a lot of damage. You have the sustain of Dazzle, and I don't think Dire know, and even if they did know, it's too late now. That is an Aegis for Pistia, and, well, suddenly that is one nice objective to get. A lot of XP, a good bit of gold, and of course that secondary life for Pistia. So I mentioned, while I was casting this series, the Breezy R Sniper series, when it was Polar Ass versus Riley Feed, and Breezy R on Riley Feed was playing the Sniper, and me and my co-caster Filsky were talking about BKB on the Sniper, and we were mentioning how Breezy R is not buying a BKB, and lo and behold, again, back-to-back nights, we are not seeing back-to-back Sniper appearances, we are not seeing BKB on Sniper. Pistia going for different items, but again, not a BKB. We're seeing a blink in from Jinx. That's a blink reveal on Agile. He'll grave himself, but Dazzle will be left to die. Meanwhile, we see Sniper tapping down the life of the Oracle as well, so both save supports have been killed. Altering our tops away from the Chaos Knight. CK still chases, has Reality Rift, but again, one more time walk away. Pattern is hasted and will walk away, but Bunions will blink and Doom faces Void. In comes the defense. They must save Ultra Gunner. Ultra has his Doom halfway over. Radiant still look to chase. There's a blink on Doom in 3 seconds, but again, the coil will stop his engagement. CK finds Tiny. Tiny is annihilated. The trade will be for Doombringer, who will barely die to the Death Pulse. Ultra time locks into the trees. Not where he wants to be, but again, he'll time lock towards Chaos Knight. Chronosphere is online. Time lock up in 3. Radiant look to split. Venge is on the outside looking in, which is ideal. It's only a one-man chrono, but CK still will die. Speaking of Venge, he's slowed by Necro. Time lock in by Ultra Gunner. Dire will chase Ultra. Again, wants this kill. Dazzle will grave the Venge. The Venge will TP. It is cancelled by Fortune's End. And is one more kill for the side of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. And suddenly, despite Radiant getting the Roshan, getting the Aegis, they have lost the team fight. Pistia did not die. However, all of his teammates did, therefore Dire win the team fight handily.
Time is money.
I'm a little bit concerned right now for Radiant in that Ultra Gunner is farmed. He's very, very farmed. And this is one of those games where potentially Ultra Gunner might just be able to win the game. Where this Chrono Initiation not only allows this Void to output so much damage to the point that you can like solo kill any of these heroes, you can use it as a means of setting up your allies' damage as well. Again, you have Puck, you have Tiny, you have Necro, all heroes that are good at dishing things into the Chronosphere. It's going to rely, I mean, for Radiant, they're going to have to rely on some big saves from Agile with the Shallow Grave, and with Jay from the swaps. I think Jay, oh, speaking of Jay, he's probably dead mid lane, but it seems like Jay recognizes his role this game is to, he's not dead, he'll die eventually, right? Okay, he's dead. But it seems like Jay recognizes his role this game is to use the swap to save his teammates. His net worth has completely collapsed. He is 7th in net worth. He's not even buying the Aghanim Shard. You see a lot of these core Vengeful Spirits do. He's rushing the Ags. He recognizes his role this game is to be the anti-chrono sort of tool. And he's specifically itemizing to be the more supportive option. He's allowing Doom to become that third core via the Devour Gold. So we'll see Jay become the 4 as Bunny already is the third man in terms of the Radiant farm there. And I think it makes sense. That's really going to be your thing, is you need to counter this Chronosphere, you need to counter this Dire Initiation, and having the Grave and the swap will do so. So Radiant recognize it and all in on this save here. Bot T2 is dead. Ultra does not get the last hit, but it's dead regardless. However, it will be a trade unless Dire can TP and save it. TP's around the way. Filsky has arrived. In come more TP's. It's Puck, and it's Jinx is Tiny. Toss up in the air. Pistia will lose the Edis, but Jinx will lose his only life. Ultra again has Chronosphere. Hunts for it right now. Time lock in. Coil. Only on illusions. Now. Ultra forces a big KB sight on Pistia. Pistia's still alive, but still eventually died. Over to the Chronosphere. Yeti died on the inside of the Chrono, and Bun is on the outside as well. On the edge of the Chrono, actually. There's one more kill for Ultra Gunner. That is a 3 for 1. And on top of the 3 deaths, you also lose the Aegis. Sure, you do get the Tier 2 tower. That is one objective to get. It's better than nothing, but that's not a good fight right there. And suddenly this 2k lead for Mrcrazyguy Fanclub has ballooned into a 4k lead. I would not say that Dire are too big to fail. They're nowhere near that mark quite yet, but again, it's looking better and better as time goes on. They're certainly in the winning position, but it's certainly not an unthrowable game. We're looking at key items on the Radiant soon. J is 1k gold from the Aghanim Scepter. That's a must-buy item for the Vengeance game, it appears. Agile is close to an Aether Lens as well. Again, get a longer cast range on that Grave. Pistia is going Butterfly. He wants the evasion, wants to, at the very least, force Ultra Gunner to buy an MKB. Filsky is swapped in. He has a Lotus Orb, so now both Venge and Necro are stunned. Jinx will toss away the Venge and Avalanche for the retreat. Bunions wants to engage, but his Blink is on cooldown for 8 more seconds. And it seems like we're going to see an end to the fighting for now. Dire are grouped as 5, however. They have Chronosphere in 40 seconds. However, is there an Arcane Boot somewhere? Yeah, there's no Arcane Boots, we're good. I was gonna say, Ultra Gunner's low on mana, but you have an Arcane Boots on Nephilim, pop the Arcanes, you're gonna be A-OK. Who's not A-OK, though, is the Doombringer, who is being blinked upon by Tiny and Puck. However, Jay has sacrificed himself to save his Doom. He will die to Filsky's Scythe. Death Pulse will hit Bunions, but it will not be a kill. Now, in comes your turret, the base defender Pistia. And upon seeing Sniper right at the bottom lane, Dire say, you know, we got a kill. We're good. We're gonna leave now. We can farm the map. Radiant are not farming the map. We can farm the map. Got a kill. And again, the lead is slowly growing up to 6k now. So again, game state is good. Dire, hunt for kills, but Radiant get the D ward. So right now, Mrcrazyguy Fanclub will have great information. Pilsky, the Lotus Orb actually hexes 2 heroes. So apparently you, with the Lotus Orb, get a full AoE Poison Touch, which hexes both targets. So I did not know that one. I mean, it's because he has Lotus and his own Aghanim Shard. It works that way, but that actually could be really frustrating for the Radiants, getting AoE Poison Touched in that fashion. That's, not ideal, of course. Team Bloosher Revamped recognize their game state is not good. They know they are behind. Therefore, they smoke up as 5. Currently, it's Agile leading the way. They'll decide against that one and put Bunions in front instead. Of course, he has Blink, Centaur Hoof Stomp, and the Doom. I don't think Dire saw the smoke itself, but they seem to know something is up. Their positioning, you see, once again, Jinx literally in the trees, Pattern playing back, the remaining 3 smoked up near their base. They have deftly dodged the Radiant side 5-man smoke. It seems like the Dire side smoke will also not connect, but that's better for Dire than it is for Radiant. Radiant need the smoke to work more than Dire do. Dire can easily slow siege this mid T2 tower without a care in the world. Radiant's, not only do they not have a tower to take in this top lane, but they need to do something. What is occurring is the mid T2 dying. The one thing that Radiant have right now going for them is they're positioned nearby the Roshan pit. If Roshan was alive, they could potentially kill it. The one problem is Roshan's respawn is late. Therefore, Dire are content playing mid. They've killed the T2 tower. They even forced the creeps all the way under the tier 3 tower. So Radiant begin the TP back. It's Jay and Agile, the saved heroes, currently in the base. The remaining heroes are outside of the base, so they're forced to TP away now. Meaning again, Radiant are entirely in their base on 4 heroes. Dire smoke is 5. And this could be the smoke gank that breaks the game wide open. They see Pistia, a hard target, but if they get it, Avalanche, toss in towards Filsky. Pistia is completely isolated. Chronosphere on 3 as well. It's an absolute disaster for Team Bloosher Revamped. They're crumbling. They're on the run. It's 4 dead. Only Bunions. He'll BKB. There will be no kill on Doom today. However, they did not need... Wait, where's the wave? There is no wave. So luckily, Team Bloosher Revamped will be spared from their mid-racks dying at the hands of Ultra Gunner. However, it is still a 4-1 teamfight. Jinx makes the sacrificial initiation, knows that by going in he is going to die, but he dies for a good cause. That is a huge rout. And here we go. T3 now dead thanks to the creeps arriving. Again, Radiant are beginning to respawn, but CK and Sniper are both dead for 20. This should be a free set of middle barracks, courtesy of a Dire side siege. And actually, they're going to play it safe. They're not even going to get the full set. They got the melees, and they back off. They know Radiant are desperate to engage. They 3-man smoke out just to try to chase. And Bunions, perhaps, is the man who will initiate, but Ultra Gunner, he has a Lincoln Sphere in the Courier right now, I think. Where's this Courier? Yeah, a full Lincoln's on the Courier right now for Ultra Gunner. So he's simply that much harder to kill. Roshan, he's back again. Pistia is in the pits. I think Dire know the Blink of Jinx has been cancelled. But Dire are well aware of what is going on. They know there is things happening in the Roshan pits. Jinx has spider legs. Roshan, half HP. Illusory Orb will scout. Roshan, now on 3rd HP. Ultra has Chrono. Doom, committed on Lincoln Sphere. Roshan still incredibly low. Filsky is walking in. BKBs are popped. by Doombringer and CK. Dyer are cutting on the BKB. Roshan is still alive. Coil in. Bilski is down, but in comes Ultra Gunner, but he has no chrono. It's still on cooldown. He's man fighting, looking for Jay. Jay is low, but has the Ags. Jinx on top. Avalanche on 2. Grave is in for the Doombringer, but Agile and Jay are both dead again. CK is being kited, and the Chronosphere on 3. Ultra Gunner catches everyone. And that's going to be an Ultra kill for Ultra Gunner. No Rampage, but the GG is called. Team Bloosher Revamped, they accept their loss and are moving on to game number 2. And I got it in time. Let's go, baby. I got into the lobby. We're moving on up to the lobby. For some reason, you can't see the talents that were selected, but I have no idea why. I'm not going to ask these questions. Dota's kind of broken right now. Right now, again, we are 1 game up for Mrcrazyguy fan club. They took game 1. A nice win to obtain. And they are now 1 game away from securing a 2-0 victory over Team Bloosher Revamped. And again, of course, Bloosher Revamped want vengeance. They want to bring it to a game 3. They don't want to allow themselves to drop out 0-2. Apparently, players are BRB on the side of Team Bloosher Revamped. We don't quite know where they are going to be. Unfortunately, because I was watching on Dota TV, I don't get my green line. I only get light blue/gray line and yellow line. But again, you can see the state of the game. It was even until it wasn't. You see the player net worth. I want to point out this Ultra Gunner line. How do I highlight it? I know there's a way to highlight this. At least there used to be a way to highlight this. Oh, wait. Is it right there? Huh. I think his name is too big. Because his name is too big, I can't highlight the blue line. You can see there, shorter names. I can highlight the line, but with Ultra having a long name and a long guild tag, I can't actually select the blue line. I guess I gotta do this. That's not useful. Oh well. Regardless, we are getting G's in our chat. We are waiting for the game 2 action. Now live in the lobby. And we are on to our 4th game. No, they didn't tag the wins! Who was the lobby host? No, you're supposed to tag the wins. Oh, no, dude. Damn it. I have to go into OBS. I gotta do things. I'm not supposed to have to do things. Man. Gotta go change it to Bloosher 01. Mrcrazyguy, man. I gotta put this on my screen. Gotta make it smaller now. Man, this is ugly. Look at this thing. Let's see here. Am I going to grab some more water before game 2? Am I going to grab more water? I think I am going to grab more water. That sounds like a good idea. So I'll go do that. I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. And I will see you all soon for game 2 of Mrcrazyguy Fan Club taking on Team Bloosher Revamped.
Radiant team Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Venomancer.
Guess who's back?
10 seconds.
It's me, your caster for the evening,
Seconds remaining.
Badger. We are on to game 4 of the evening. It's where we are not done yet. We got back-to-back series, baby. We ain't done. Again, I'm just gonna thank the viewers for tuning in, of course. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, it's a long night.
Radiant team
If you were here, you know, even from the first series, the Sus versus whatever series, but if you just joined, you know, midway through, obviously very appreciative. But we are now we're mostly through the draft now of game 2 of Mrcrazyguy Fan Club and Team Bloosher Revamped, our second BO3 of the evening.
5 seconds remaining.
That's where we're currently at. We're chilling. Looking at bans and picks. Again, mostly normal stuff. I say mostly for a reason, but first phase bans Wyvern, Necro, Viper, Bristle. 5-pick Tiny again for Jinx, I'm assuming. 6-7 Zeus CK, 8 Dazzle, second phase bans, Void, Pango, Alchemist, Beastmaster, Timbersaw, Marcy. 15 pick Windrunner, 16-17 Veno, plus Dawnbreaker into an 8-team pick, which is to be determined, but I'm expecting a support pick. Unless Radiant support duo was Windrunner or Zeus. And it seems like the support duo may be Windrunner and Zeus, actually. So, looking at a last pick offlaner instead, most likely. And again, we're going to see one more sniper game from Pistia. It worked out fairly well last game. He had a good lane, had a very good start to his game, but ultimately his team mostly crumbled around him in that game 1 on his sniper performance. We are chilling right now. We are waiting on the last phase of bans and picks. Unsurprisingly, Dire are banning out offlaners and Radiant are banning out carries. Technically, the Pudge is a flex, but still. Bloosher Revamped have a minute and a half of reserve time. Mrcrazyguy Fanclub have under 10 seconds, 8 to be precise. So they have not too much time to think this one out. They have to go select nice and soon.
5 seconds remaining.
Less than 10 seconds left. They must pick soon.
Radiant team pick.
It is a Spectre. And again, it makes sense. It's a hero that certainly on paper and also in practice is a great pick into Sniper. It's certainly better on paper than it is in practice. But Spectre, especially Spectre a half item ahead of Sniper, will absolutely eat that hero up. And again, Ultra Gunner is a very competent farmer. He should not fall far behind the Sniper this game. However, Pistia, again, is also a very good farmer. We saw last game, he was number 1 net worth for a lot of that game before really Ultra Gunner took that number 1 spot. So, it'll be interesting to see their farm more, because obviously, for Spectre, your number 1 job this game is to be the hero designated to demolish the Sniper. And for Sniper, it's alright, what can I buy to not die to Spectre? Is it perhaps Concussive Grenade? Is it perhaps an item like Silver Edge to get the break as counterplay? Is it Satanic, perhaps, to simply sustain in these fights? Do I buy a Hurricane Pike? It's hard to tell exactly what Sniper is going to buy. But I am excited for it. That should be one of the more interesting details of the night. And wait a minute. That is a Void Spirit. So we're going... Whoa. So we're going to put the Chaos Knight off lane, the Sniper safe lane, and the Pistia mid lane Void Spirit. So again, we're going to have a different mid lane matchup, putting the Void Spirit to lane into the Dawnbreaker rather than the Sniper. I thought the Sniper lane would have been fine into Dawnbreaker. Pistia favored the Void Spirit this game. Said, you know what, I like the selection. Might as well do it. And again, similar thing, but with Ice Yeti trying to outfarm or at least stay pace with Ultra Gunner. And again, Yeti, an enjoyer of hitting creeps. Certainly. Not as high MMR as Pistia, but certainly enjoys his creeps. Other than that, though, I mean, the heroes are about where you would expect them to be. Zeus 4, Windranger 5, Dazzle 5, Veno 3, Tiny 4. Again, very expectable stuff there. Obviously, at the onset of the draft, we didn't necessarily know where they were going, but as the draft unfolded, it became a little more obvious where stuff was going.
I owe it all to me.
If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Team Bloosher Revamped taking on Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. Mrcrazyguy Fanclub won game number 1 in fairly decent fashion, won the game fairly easily, though of course, Bloosher Revamped are quite the team. They are not going to sit down and die, they are going to fight back, looking for some vengeance in the very, very near future. And perhaps that vengeance will be on the back of a back-to-back sniper game, though a different person piloting the sniper. My name's Badger. If you did not know, I cast Dota sometimes, but we are going to see some action in the river. Jay, Pistia, Bunions are on the wraparound gameplay right now, perhaps headed high ground. Yep, they're headed high grounds. Jay has not skilled, will likely take Chaos Bolt. I believe saw pattern. Chaos Bolt hits on Dawnbreaker, but once again, has a 900 HP, 4 armor hero. And pattern, simply being too tanky, walks away. So we will see a lot of runes going to the side of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. It seems like 3 runes will go that direction. And a courier dies. Agile's courier with a Sentry Ward on it gets taken by Ultra Gunner. Ultra Gunner is just on a journey, now TPing away to this T1 tower. He's going to be fine over there now. This is where I wish I had Logical to ask Kay. How's this lane go? I'm assuming it has to go pretty well for Void Spirit, or else Pistia wouldn't have won this Heroes game. This was a 24 pick. So I'm assuming it has to be a decent lane here into Dawnbreaker. Dawnbreaker does have more damage at the start of the game, but again, Pistia is playing the lane pretty well so far, doing a lot of damage to the Dawnbreaker. And again, trading favorably is hard when the other hero is that much tankier than you, and that's the problem. He's just that much tankier. We may see First Blood mid lane for once. This is a very rare occurrence, but it might happen today. We're seeing low heroes in all 3 lanes, though. Correction, in 2 of 3 lanes, though, so something may happen top as well. Again, Nephilim's quite low, is forced to use his salve, so you never know when you're going to see First Blood. In mid lane, Remnants by Pistia, but Pattern still slaps him with the hammer, and that is First Blood going to the Dawnbreaker, and again, Pistia wanted this matchup. It was a 24-pick Void Spirit, could have had Sniper, but wanted the high skill Spirit hero. Nearly got First Blood on Dawnbreaker, but instead dies for First Blood, and that's the little things in Dota, you know? It's the little interactions, the little bits of creep aggro, little bits of damage rolls, and that ultimately favors Pattern in this case. And now for Pistia. Pistia won game 1's mid lane very hard. This game, he's now on the back foot, having died for First Blood, so it'll be interesting to see how Pistia will play this game from behind farm-wise rather than from ahead. Bottom lane, Filsky is under duress. He will Gale Sniper, but Ice Yeti will get the kill on Venomancer. I believe the Shrapnel was the last hit there. Top lane, meanwhile, Jay and Ultra Gunner are having an A-OK time. CK is ever so slightly ahead compared to Spectre and Farm, but it's very even CS-wise there. Dazzle and Spectre man up on Jay. They turn to Bunions. Bunions is forced to Heavenly Jump. Oh, that's unfortunate for... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, there's no rune there, but it's spawning right now, so Pattern will get that bounty rune. I actually did not check the clock, so that's a maybe on that one. Top lane, Nephilim the target. Chaos Bolt hits. Dazzle will die. Grave was skilled, but he was too stunned to use it. So that's now a second kill for Team Bloosher Revamped. And then again, Pattern manning up. He's a half level up, and he's also some gold up. So he's fine with just hitting the Void Spirit in these trades. Bottom lane, Jinx is low, but not quite low enough. Ice Yeti put 2 points in shrapnel. And you see a lot of snipers nowadays prioritizing getting these points in headshot and take aim. But Yeti opts for the more classical shrapnel build. 2 points in it, simply to run down a hero like Veno in the lane. He was not that great at tanking the damage, not that great at walking away, and it's allowing him, the Windrunner, to hit this hero slowly. So it makes sense. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets a point in take aim at level 4 though. Because again, that take aim active is very, very nice. You get that 100% headshot chance, very powerful. Bot lane, shrapnel again committed. Filski will juke to the bot side. Jinx will avalanche on 2. Meanwhile, top lane, Alternator might die as well. He's being run down by CK, but he gets away. Back to bottom lane again. It's Agile. Hitting Jinx, but again, nobody dies. All 4 heroes are quite low in the bottom lane. And we're waiting for Pattern to hit level 6. If you get 6 here, that's possibly a huge Solar Guardian opportunity. Everybody everywhere is quite low right now, and that will be a death on Jinx. I believe that a power shot and shrapnel combination. Didn't see exactly what happened. We can check that. Yep, that is actually physical damage, so might be on that one. Pattern does have 6, by the way. He can Solar Guardian to either of these side lanes now, and again, there are a lot of very low heroes in these side lanes. Pilski's half HP. Still wants to stay in lane for the XP. If Radiant engage, we could be in for some fun. I see that he has 1 shrapnel right now. He's about to get a 2nd shrapnel. Shackle hits, shrapnel in, power shot to follow, and in comes Solar Guardian. That will turn the fight. Yeti will get annihilated, and Agile will be forced to run away. He will win run simply to get some distance between him, Pattern, and Jinx. So it will only be 1 kill for Dire. But Dire get a very important kill on the Sniper. Sniper was having a pretty good game, and Filski was having a pretty bad game. But now, with that death on Sniper, Filski gets some space in the lane, gets a Plague Ward. He's a happy Venomancer in the river. It's a 2v2 right now. Agile will lose it. Over the top lane, Jay is being run down by Poison Touch, but he has 1k HP, so he's fine. However, it's a gank from the right side by Void Spirit and Zeus. Right now, Dire do not see this. There's a Catapult stun on Spectre. Spectre is half HP. Step in by Pistia, double image rune in hand to bring down the Spectre. So again, it's action everywhere right now. Everywhere you look, there is action. Speaking of action, Avalanche toss bottom lane on Yeti, but in come teammates. TP in by Windrunner and Void Spirit. Filski dies to Yeti, and Jinx also dies to Yeti. Big kills for Yeti. That's now 3 kills for that safe lane farming Sniper. So good time happening again for Sniper. He had that one unfortunate death earlier, but now he is, again, having a great time in this safe lane. He has 17 denies right now, so you compare the XP, and it's actually surprisingly close for a man who has 17 denies. Correction, 18 denies, but still. Sniper is close to his 6. Might not skill the ulti at 6. We've seen a lot of snipers not skill ulti early on. Bottom lane, they know Filski just TP'd in. Step in my picture, Remnant on top. Dire, TP in everyone they can, but it's just too late. Your Veno is dead. He can no longer TP to the lane. And Yeti actually will get the point in Assassinate. Over to top lane, Alternator is being dove by Jay, but with the dagger, he will attempt to escape. Ultra, juking. The creeps will scout him, but Jay cannot finish the kill. Mid lane, river action. Both teams scout runes. Who gets the lucky time? And Dire will have a lucky time right now. They will get the Invis rune. You saw Pistia camping the bottom rune, but he did not get the 1 and 2. It was instead Pattern who got the 1 and 2.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane. That might be a kill. Ultra is incredibly low. Solar Guardian will heal, and in comes Dazzle. Jay could not get the damage in time, and now Jay is being turned upon by 3 heroes. Haunt is committed for the vision, perhaps, looking for Bunions. And at this point, Jay is dead, Ultra is saved, and what could have been a massive solo kill for Jay instead turns into an unfortunate solo death for Jay. Pistia again wants to finish the kill. Has a step in, has a resonant pulse, and the last mark damage from the step in will finish the job. That is a death on the Spectre. I believe a second of the game now. Yeah, a second death for Spectre. And it is important that they kill the Spectre as much as they can. If Ultra Runner is having a fantastic game, that will not be good. But if you can ruin his game, that is always a good thing. And looking at the individual hero net worth right now, 2 of these dire cores are not having a good time. It's only Dawnbreaker who is.
Is under attack. Dire structures
As it currently stands, a lot of this game is going to be on Pattern. Pattern right now is #1 net worth by 1,000 gold. He is by far the strongest hero in the game right now. It is going to be his job to ensure his other cores can get into this game, that Ultra particularly can get some farm off, if he has the tools for it. He's close to an Echo Saver, of course, has Solar Guardian. However, Radiant, look towards Pattern. Pattern is 1/3 HP, but he's just too tanky. He will not die. And again, that was about 1,200 damage put in on Pattern. But he's just too tanky. Bottom lane, Shrapnel committed, step in by Pistia, and Thunder God's Wrath will be used to finish the job. I'm sure it had a scouting component as well, but we're going to call it a kill steal regardless. However, it is another death on Filski. Filski is 0-4-1, not the ideal game so far for Filski, and again, if you compare the offlaners right now, Jay is 4.5k net worth. He has killed this T1 tower. Filski is 3.2k net worth, and this tower is absolutely A-okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And we're looking towards Jay. He's not that far from the armlet. Wouldn't be too shocked if he goes for items like Blink Dagger and Aghanim Shard after that. But as it currently stands, Jay wants that extra stats from Armlet, wants to man up, have the stronger illusions from the Phantasm, and if he gets the Shard as well, which I would expect it will be stronger Shard illusions as well. Looking at Spectre, Ultra Gunner is going to opt for a Yasha. We saw Spectre earlier from KU. He went for the Urn first. Ultra Gunner not opting for the Urn, going for the Yasha, that Agi stat item instead. Has, of course, that extra move speed component, which is nice on a hero like Spectre, who also gets plus move speed from the dagger. However, Radiant wants to kill Ultra Gunner. Pistia will step in, Shackle from Agile, Cast Bolt on top, but again, Pattern will save the Spectre. And now it is a haunt play. Dire, running in, dagger will hit on Agile, and it seems like Radiant will have to let the Windrunner die. Windrun is on cooldown. A fantastic 2-man shackle, but the toss from Jinx should seal his fate. Radiants do lose 1. They do not get the kill on Spectre. However, they keep the cores alive. Their only sacrifice is the Windrunner, which you are somewhat fine with.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There are some big stacks, by the way, in the Radiant Tri-Camp. It appears as though it will be Sniper's job to clear, if I had to guess. He will have a Mask of Madness quite soon. Can, of course, use Shrapnel on the camp, so the damage should be fine. Game state for Radiance. It is favorable, but not overwhelmingly favorable. They're up by 1,000 net worth, which is nice. Shackle on Dazzle to deny his own ward, so again, denying about 120 gold from Nephilim's pockets. What can you do? Radiant have some heroes running top lane. DK, Zeus, in the Dire jungle right now. It seems like Jay is content to playing this area of the map, using Phantasm off cooldown, applying pressure, farming some relatively risky camps, knowing it's very hard for Dire to kill him. And as a result, he has his teammates playing Tri-Camp, teammates playing the west side of the Radiant side jungle. Everything's A-okay there. Mid lane, there are some illusions of pattern just running at Pistia, but of course they are illusions. They won't do too much harm. Mid T1 remains alive. Found low HP, but it's still alive. Jinx
Dire's top
is smoked,
under attack.
skulking around the Radiant side jungle. Thinking about going in somewhere, but could not find the right target. And again, Dire have the Obs Awards to scout out these aggressive movements. They want to either go dive this T1 here, or go on a target in the jungle over here, but Radiant are not playing there. As a whole, Radiant are either playing Tri-Camp, showing in these lanes, or in many cases, playing the Dire side jungle. They are not dying to these Dire heroes. The T1 tower probably will die. There will be no TPs, it appears, and it is minute 15. If your T1 tower safe lane lives until minute 15, you are somewhat happy with that one. That is a dead T1. Mid lane, we saw a pattern go on Pistia briefly, but the damage was not high enough. Seeing pattern, head for a BKB. Definitely could disassemble that Echo Saber for BKB if he wants to finish it earlier. And that seems to be the case. He has purchased the Mithril Hammer rather than that Ogre Axe. Top lane, Jay, Chaos Bolt's Ultra Gunner, but again, Ultra is somewhat tanky and has a Dazzle somewhat close to him, so he's somewhat fine. In the river, we see a Haste Rune. However, Pistia is not there, so Zeus will grab it, ensuring the pattern cannot. Jay is scouting Dire jungle. He's a TP in by Jinx. Ultra will haunt, looking for Sniper. Solar Guardian on top will not stun Yeti, but Yeti is being kited around. Chaos Bolt is not enough to save, and Sniper is dead. Dire move to Jay and Bunny, but the neutral Centaur actually saves them a little bit. That's a two-man Centaur stomp on Pattern and Ultra, thanks to a neutral creep triggering from, I believe that was an illusion of Chaos Knights. So that will stop the bleeding, I suppose, but again, that is one rough wound to take on. That is the loss of your Sniper. The #1 net worth hero on the Radiant side, and again, the primary carry and win condition of said Radiant side. Looking at hero net worth, it's still Pattern on top. He was about 1,000 net worth ahead when the laning phase ended. He's still 1,000 net worth ahead. And I mentioned how a lot of this game is going to be on Pattern. To make big plays, to save teammates, to posture aggressively. And so far, Pattern has been doing a very good job of doing so. He, again, has saved Ultra Gunner multiple times, and that is very important. Ultra is accelerating his game. He's going straight Manta. And again, we saw earlier tonight, KU played the Spectre, bought the Manta as his first main item. And we might see that Manta into Ags build just as KU did, just as a lot of Spectres do nowadays. We could see an item like Orchid on top of that, or we could see more stat-heavy items. There are a lot of options this game for Ultra Gunner. Mid lane, step in by Pistia, finds Pattern, the Grave, the BKB. Pattern turns, stays alive. He disassembled the Echo for the BKB, and that helps him stay entirely alive. He will survive, and again, it wasn't high commitment from Radiance to get the kill, but they certainly wanted it. And if they got the kill, it would have been massive. But alas, poor Bloosher Revamped, no kill. Top lane, Chaos Bolt. But Ultra is absolutely fine. Shackle is perfect from Agile, but again, Ultra's still half HP. And Dire, see Ice Yeti mid lane. They killed the T1 tower. I think Yeti may have tried to deny it, but did not succeed at doing so. So the tower is dead. However, Pishka solo kills Nephilim, stepped in for the dazzle in the Radiant side jungle. And look at Dire. Dire have this ward to spot out some stuff here and here, but alas, Radiant had the high ground ward to spot out Dazzle, who was somewhat isolated. Remnants looks for Pattern, and they know Pattern is BKB on cooldown, perhaps. It is on cooldown for 20 more seconds, but the Remnant was missed, so Pattern will get away. And that's one more pause. We saw a Radiant side pause earlier this game. Now it's a Dire side pause. I'm hoping we don't get as many pauses as last game, and if we do, I am hoping the pauses are not in as awful spots to pause as last game. For those who were not there or do not remember from game 1, there was a Chronosphere right around here early in the game. Bloosher Revamped are playing the Radiant side again. They were going in towards this T1 tower area, looking to dive perhaps. They tried to go on the run as Ultra engaged. Ultra had a 3-man Chronosphere, and immediately after the Chronosphere, we had a full 5-man pause. So, that was pretty anticlimactic earlier, but right now we see Jay in danger. Blink, Avalanche, toss up, bring it down. Thanks to the good old Starbreaker damage from Pattern. And again, Dire want one more. They see Pishka mid lane. Jinx can't blink into it. Pishka has stepped away in time. And that is former teammates. Jinx and Pattern again combined together to look for these more kills mid lane. And they find Bunions. They want a Pishka, but they get Bunions instead. So 2 more kills, 1 on the core Chaos Knight, 1 on support Zeus, but 2 nice kills to get, and it's buying time for Ultra Gunner to farm. He has fully finished the Manta style. He is headed towards an Aghanim Scepter, and I mentioned items afterwards. I mentioned possible stat items. And you want to know what's a stat item? The Eye of Scotty. Has a lot of stats. Nice kiting ability as well. Should be a nice item this game. And Radiant, they're now down by about 2k net worth, and it seems like they have to make some kind of play happen. Game state currently, not very good. However, it's not too bad. Currently, Valve gives the Dire a 75% chance to win, actually. Wow, that is a massive number. BKB from Pattern, looking to engage, looking for Jay. Jay will get stunned by Starbreaker. In comes Jinx, wrapping around the 2-man Avalanche. The Haunt in. Dire, commit everything. Nephilim will grave himself. Jay is dead. Solar Guardian will stun into a 2-man hammer, into a Thunder God's Wrath as a counterplay. And it will kill Dazzle, but it will not save your 3 dead teammates. That is a 3-for-1 in Mrcrazyguy's favor, and Jinx wants one more. His blink is up in 7. He's looking for Bunions. Bunions will hide under the tower. Jinx is hunting, does not see a target, has the blink available. He even scans. He has the Bloodlust, but he will not find a Zeus. However, it's still big win there for the side of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. About a 1.5k net worth swing in their favor, and now Ultra Gunner, Manta in hand, begins to work upon Roshan. I don't think Radiant know either, and right now Dire making good space, using Filsky as a vanguard to distract Radiant from the rear guard, who is currently hitting Roshan. Roshan is quarter HP, and Radiant, either they don't know or they can't stop it. Probably both are true at this point. And Roshan will fall. Aegis goes to Ultra Gunner on the Spectre. And the lead expands. And again, the rune. It's not good luck for Pistia. Pistia has not been getting the rune luck he wants. It's an arcane rune top. He can't bottom again, and he did not get the 50-50. He has been having a rough time with 50-50s tonight. The 50-50s have not been in his favor. What can you do? I mean, you know what they say? RNG in a skill-based game. What can you do?
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yes. We have some Venom Wards mid lane. They are standing their ground right outside of this tier 2 tower range. They're not actually hitting the towers, but they ensure that if Radiant walk into them, they'll do damage. So Filski's is applying some pressure into this lane. Maybe at some point, we're going to see the tower begin to get attacked. For the time being, though, we are chilling. Instead, the tower of choice is that top tier 2 tower, where Ultra Gunner is hitting. And Ultra will finish the job quite soon. Mid-wave, the lane is cut by Pistia, so there will not be 2 tier 2 towers under attack. The mid-tier 2 will be saved for now, but Dire now have firm control of the Radiant side tri-camp. They have killed the top towers, they have an aggressive ward here, they have another one here, so if Radiant want to approach their tri-camp, no matter what angle they go for, Dire are going to see it. And perhaps that may be the play. You look for a hero isolated at the tri-camp. You have Haunt available. Speaking of Haunt, oh dear God. Yeti gets annihilated there, actually. Huge combination to bring him down. Solar Guardian, the Avalanche Toss combo, and the Haunt. But again, you may see that kind of play as we just saw in the Radiant side tri-camp. Shadow Step has been finished for Ultra Gunner. It's on a courier right now, so anybody going there might just die. Step in my Pistia, looking for Ultra, but Ultra has... Oh, there's still a grave! They wanted to pop Thetis, they couldn't even do that. Shackle on Tiny, but Bunions gets annihilated by Pattern. Jinx will be the trade, but Radiant are losing the fight. Pattern will BKB, slapping down Pistia. Jay is on the run. Hasted Pattern will stun the Chaos Knight. He's half HP. Shackle will mini-stun, and now it's a buyback from Zeus. Yeti has returned, breaking Veno, and Veno is barely alive. One more hit. Sharpshooter. No, it's canceled by the Starbreaker stun. Veno gets away. Agile is dead, and Yeti is trying to stand his ground. But there's a grave on Pattern. You cannot win that fight. You are dead again. And Radiant will get nothing other than... Okay, they get a Dazzle. And Pattern is engaging again. He's wild. He kills Bunions. Pattern Dota 2. He's back in form right now. Had a somewhat rough game 1 on Puck, but game 2 he is dominating. #1 net worth by a massive margin. Pistia finally kills Filski. That is one important kill, but the game states it's looking real good for Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. The people wanted a game 3, but it's not looking too good for a game 3 right now. Mid lane, man fight, core on core action, tackle shot hits, but Tiny finds a Windrunner into the Solar Guard, into a very dead Agile. Pistia will step away, and Jay engages looking for Tiny, but again, another Starbreaker stun. Jay, he's incredibly low, and he's incredibly dead. Pattern is beyond godlike. Nobody can kill this man. Another double kill for him. In this tier 2 tower, another spoils of the fight wins for the side of Mrcrazyguy Fanclub.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's an 8,000 net worth lead, but it feels so much more than that right now. This game just feels so bad for the Radiant. What does Dota Plus say? Dota Plus gets a 96% chance to win. 96%. That is not good. And again, Dota Plus and Spectre love each other. But again, Dota Plus is confirming what I'm thinking. It's looking real good right now for the Dire side. this point, I'm not sure what you do if your team Bloosher revamps. At the very least, the Spectre and the Sniper are still at a relative parity farm-wise. If Spectre was a full item ahead of the Sniper, it would be absolutely disastrous. Those two are somewhat even in items. But the problem is, it's this Dawnbreaker. Look at Pattern. He is just so farmed. He's struggling with his career, but it does not matter. He has a Basher, a BKB, a Mage Slayer, a Shard, a Blink Dagger. He has everything. Pistia steps in, Remnant on Tiny. Guy's Wrath on top, but again, another grave jinxes save. Pistia, he tries to TP. He had unloaded everything for a huge opportunity, but in his soul kill attempt, he finds a soul death mid lane. Another kill for Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. 21 kills, an 11,000 net worth lead. What can you do at this point? I mean, Ultra Gunner walks high ground. No longer has the Aegis, but he has a Grave. He's fine. Gale Force, the break. Spectre, half HP, brought in, the Graves in time, into Solar Guardian, Ultra is healed up, Yeti is demolished, Jay is dead, Agile is dead, the lone survivor is a Zeus. Your base, it is going to crumble. T3 dead, Avalanche, another toss back, at the full 5-man wipe. And this one's looking really over right now. It's going to require a miracle if Team Bloosher Revamped want to win this game. Bottom Rex, already dead. Mid T3, the next targets. Pistia is alive, but no Sniper for 20 seconds. Radiant will glyph. And this could be Team Bloosher Revamp's last glyph of the upper brackets. T3 mid, dead. Melee Rex, the new target. Melee Rex, going to die. Gale Force has been used. Shackle Blunt Lash. Pistia silences on 5, stepping in further. And he almost kills the Dazzle, but could not finish the job. It's a little bit short on damage. Shadow Step utilized. Running down Sniper, Ultra hits Rex. Melee is now dead. Shrapnel was used. But it may, and there we go, the GG is called. They do not want to fight on. They accept their loss, and they call the GG. And Mrcrazyguy Fanclub will defeat Team Bloosher Revamped 2-0. It's a dominant performance. Truly dominant performance from Mrcrazyguy Fanclub. Again, they didn't dominate the laning phase either game, but when the mid game came, they just played the mid game so much better in both of these games. It worked out pretty well. Ultimately, Mrcrazyguy Fanclub get the upset win. They 2-0. Once again, Pattern came back for a stand-in opportunity. Played pretty well, especially in that game 2. Had a pretty dominant game 2 performance. I'm going to see if I can get an interview with Filski. I have messaged Filski. Maybe we will get an interview with Filski. Until then, though, here's a graph. Check out those lines. You saw for a while when the game state was Radiant's cores all farming well and Dire only having a farmed Dawnbreaker. It looked pretty good, but pattern on Dawnbreaker just popped off. And we are now being joined by Filski for, and I quote, a really quick interview. Congratulations, Filski, on your 2-0 victory. How you feeling, buddy?
Thank you, man. I feel good about it, but man, that game 2 was rough for me. So I don't feel super good, but it is what it is. We won. I don't really give a shit.
I mean, that game 2 in particular, man, it was one of those things where Ultra was having a rough time, you were having an even rougher time, but Pattern was just 1k ahead of the Radiant Core. He was just... I said it, that Pattern has to pop off if Dire want to win this game, and Pattern just popped the hell off game 2.
Yeah, pretty much when they picked the Void Spirit, I feel like he picked it just so they could have a hero to go on me and kill me. But we just said that he doesn't know the matchup, and I don't know, apparently that's a super good Dawn matchup, and he got huge.
It's a matchup that I didn't know. I assumed it must be good for Void Spirit because the Void Spirit was a 24 pick, but apparently not.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if he knows it either. I don't know if he plays mid a lot, but yeah, we were very confident that was a good matchup, and yeah, it was super important that it was, because yeah, I had fuck all that game.
A W's a W. Keep your winners' bracket hopes alive. You know, it's I don't remember who you're playing next, but I'm sure it'll be a fun time.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad that we're upper bracket now. The bracket's changed because it's gonna be a lot more fun, I think. So I'm excited. Hopefully, a dub this season.
I think our top 4 seeds might be upset with us because we changed the format and all 4 of them lost. All 4 of the top 4 seeds lost.
I mean, all I can say is Green Bean chose polar ass, so I don't think they can be mad.
I mean, not just. I mean, all of them lost though. All top 4 seeds lost. And the top 4 seeds are Bloosher, Revamped, whatever. Oh god, Riley Feed and the other team that lost, and all 4 of them lost.
I mean, does it matter though? I guess they would have faced what, another top team?
I guess, yeah. They would have had a round eliminated because it would have been directly into winners semis rather than winners quarters, which is, you know, a free round eliminated. But what can you do sometimes?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we followed the major. What can you do?
Yeah, we thought about it. Wait a minute. This format's probably not going to work. And we just changed it kind of last minute, but what can you do?
Yeah, thank God we scraped a 1-1 off of fucking the Quran team. We barely slid in. We did not do super well main season.
Win's a win.
Indeed, sir.
I know you wanted a really brief interview, so I'll wrap it up right now. Unless you want to talk about game 1. You want to talk about game 1 at all, or are you good?
No, it's fine. I got a couple months. Game 1, who did I play? I played Necro. It felt pretty good. The lane wasn't super good. I couldn't bully him out, but the sniper in both games actually just shit on whoever they lane against. Pattern kind of got owned mid, but yeah, it was a bit of a weird game, but Ultra had some sick chronos and he just balled out. My job was kind of just to get fucking gone on and shit, so it wasn't much high IQ gameplay for me as usual, but you know, I got some ownage gamers behind me. Jinx lately on his jump heroes has been super fucking good. I've been super impressed with him, so much respect. My team's been owning. I'm very glad as well. There's so many disconnects. I thought we were gonna get a forfeit, so it all turned out well. I'm very happy.
You
And
know,
it's not
game
even too
1.
late.
If you watch the VOD, you're gonna hear my reactions to a couple of those disconnects in game 1. Remember the one right after the chrono, game 1?
The chrono?
There was a 3-man chrono
Oh,
into an instant
the
pause.
right away. Yeah, that was funny.
I was not happy. we just been paused, so we paused again mid chrono. Like, no.
Yeah, that was some tough shit. Again, super glad his internet. And honestly, big respect to the other team. They took the game an hour earlier in the day, so Jinx could make it all in. Well, if we had a game 3, he wouldn't. But much respect to the other team. I'm a big fan of all the players in the other team. So much respect. A lot of pausing and bullshit they had to deal with. So
Of course.
unfortunate they lost, but they're a very, very strong team, so I don't think they'll have any problems in lower bracket, at least for a long time.
WCYD. Thanks for coming on for the interview, Filski. Congrats on your shoe. Do you have any final words, call-outs, shouts you want to say to the people of League of Lads?
Nah, I already gave all my praises. Thanks for casting, sir. Have a good one.
All right, cool. See you. Have a good one, man.
Yeah.
But to the people, thank you for tuning on in tonight for two BO3 Lads playoff series. We had our 2-0 victory for Sus over whatever, followed by our 2-0 victory for Mrcrazyguy Fan Club over Team Bloosher Revamped. If you were here for one of these series, or both of these series, or one of the games, or watching the VOD, or whatever you're watching on, I appreciate you coming on in and watching the casts. Again, if you want to hire me and Logical, or if you want to pair me with an analyst of your choosing for your pro tournaments, contact me on Discord, Badger5713, or on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2. Again, ready, able, willing to be hired. I'm ready to go. I've seen some of your casters. Please, for the love of God, hire me for your big tournaments. But that aside, I will be back at some point for some more Lads casting, I'm sure. I actually have a PDC Immortal cast tomorrow night, though. I can tell you that much. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be casting the Roughneck Logical PDC Immortal team taking on the Applesauce Immortal team, so that'll be fun. See Sauce versus Logical. My boy versus PDC Admin himself, so see how that one goes. I know there are some more Lads casts coming up. I'll try to get one of those reserved. But, yeah, for the time being, thank you to Rex Rampage for the subscription. Really appreciate that one, of course. But to the viewers, again, as always, thank you for watching, and have a great night.